Hello everyone, welcome to Yamaguchi Japan Speaking Tube Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Issa. This is episode 79 or 79. Today I will talk about how to present artworks. I often concerned about how to present my artworks. The most basic and classical way, traditional way, I think, is to show artworks. For example, there are paintings or sculptures in the gallery space, in art gallery. I mean, in an art gallery to present their works, and the guests come. And guests come to see, to appreciate artworks. It is very basic way, and of course, before opening the show, before opening the exhibition, I send hundreds of invitation cards for friends and relative people, relative concerned, which is concerned on the art scene, I think. But I think it is some kind of limit, and I feel necessity to present the other way to show my artworks. The most important and instant, and recently many artists do, is take photos of artworks and put it on their internet. It is very reasonable, but very effective way to show artworks, because everyone everywhere can see that photos through the internet, of course. It is very good. For example, the one man who lived in Australia, who lives Australia, can check my new work. If I put their picture on their internet, it is very good. But there is some kind of demerit, because through internet, showing through the internet, the person look at or appreciate my artwork's pictures, not the real object, and the size is absolutely very different. The color is, I think, it's different, and the atmosphere, it is very difficult to convey 100%. It's impossible, I think. So the most strong way as an art and show watching and appreciating artwork is to go there and look at the real object, real artworks. It's much better, I think. But it takes a lot of money to time if the Australian go to Japan to see my artwork at a specific art gallery and a specific time, during a specific time. It is very very difficult and unreasonable, I think. Only who living where the art gallery can go, maybe, but still it takes some time and effort. And another another way is so in the first place I create artworks as a data, as a data is very good. And so there is no original one. The data is original, and so it is in the first place people appreciate the artworks through the internet, but it is a real work, that is everybody all over the world who can connect who can enter the internet space can appreciate my real artwork through the internet. It is problem solved. Problems are solved. And then but I think it's a little bit sad to create artworks only in the internet, in the computer data make it with computer data. I would like, to be honest, I prefer to touch their data, not the virtual and real world's artwork, touch and see and look at, so there is another solution. I think nowadays there is a 3D printer, or and the people, if there's some people I would like to show my artwork, real object, and people access my homepage or something. To be honest, I don't have now, but if for example I would put my artwork data, which is 3D data, and the people download the data and to print 3D data with 3D printer, their own 3D printer, and I think there is 10 or some parts. It consists of 5 or 10 parts, and then put together, and they can appreciate my artwork. They can their touch, of course, my artworks, and maybe they can paint, and so I think it is kind of an playing music. There is an I'm like a composer, and I make an score. I write scores, and music scores. I mean, and the players are the receiver of my artworks. 3D data, 3D data is a metaphor. The music score is a metaphor of 3D data of my artwork. The download, and their object they have printed out it is a kind of playing the music, and they can of course they very seriously create their original order or original music score. And sometimes they can allow there is some kind of discretion to arrange, for example, the speed or the nuance, and in there, I will talk about my artwork in my artwork, in my case of my artwork, for example, their color is I designate their color, maybe the Mansell error and the RGP or their specific paint. I can designate it, but some people arrange, can arrange. I don't like that color. I would like to arrange. I think it is very good. Some people are very skillful to assemble. But some people are poor at assembling, so there's a kind of their characteristics depend on their who assemble or who paint or who create, and depending on their 3D printer's function or their quality of 3D printer. And I think it's a very interesting thing, and the next generation's plastic models I would like to call it. So so if I create that kind of work, I need to study the 3D printers about the 3D how to make 3D data, and how to use 3D printer, and how to, I have to check, but everybody can. I have to check if everybody can compose those data, assemble those parts. I mean, they print their printers. It is my plan. So if anybody want to cooperate with me, would you please help me? I need someone who is very good at dealing with that kind of 3D data, and how to change a real object into 3D data, and so anywhere I need somebody who is familiar with computer and 3D printers. Okay. Thank you for listening to Speaking Tube Radio. Have a nice day. Balete.